Bickering. Few things can steal the joy, the life, and the fun from a homeschool day faster than bickering siblings. You sit down to your morning basket or to your history lesson, and suddenly you hear all of the whining and the petty arguments. He sat in my chair, she stole my pencil, you said we could do this today. What are you supposed to do? What can you do when bickering has become the norm rather than the exception in your homeschool? Is there anything?
Did it.
You 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 might be tempted to chalk bickering up to just natural childishness and try to wait it out. And with some aspects of childhood, this can be a really good strategy. You know, when you're really stressed out about getting rid of the pacifier, the age-old saying, they don't take the pacifier to college, is a wise one to think about. But when it comes to bickering, just waiting it out and waiting for them to mature is not necessarily the strategy I would recommend, and here's why. Unlike the pacifier for a baby, indulging in the habit of bickering can steal the joy from the whole family from everyday routines. It can cause long-lasting damage to relationships, and this is why I would suggest addressing bickering and trying to change this habit rather than just hoping that your children outgrow it. Talking about shared value systems and respectful communication is a strong beginning in changing a culture. Together with your children, think about what is most important. Is it most important to make sure that you get your way and you get exactly what you want all the time? Or is your relationship with your siblings and making other people feel loved and cared about more important? A lot of bickering is over things, or it's over boundaries being crossed. Talk about how you can communicate boundaries, communicate things that are important to you in a way respectfully that still let your siblings know, what's important to you. It's not about getting walked all over by the more aggressive sibling, but it's about learning to respect others as a whole family and working together as a team, not every man for himself and standing up for what I need. If bickering is a habit, is it a habit that can be broken? Breaking the habit of bickering in your family and changing your family's culture is not going to be an overnight process. That's just not what changing a culture is. But you can start somewhere. Start by talking to your children about values. Talk about the values of speaking respectfully. Model and have play acting opportunities to see what does respectful speech look like and what does disrespectful speech look like. What are the pros and cons and the effects on relationships when you speak respectfully versus when you speak disrespectfully. Do sit down with your children and have some really hard and fast boundaries of things that are absolutely not acceptable in your family. That might look like absolutely no violence or absolutely no name calling. You determine those boundaries, but beyond that, begin a conversation about changing a value system. And the second big point I want to make is don't get drawn into their petty fights ever. Once you get into the, oh yes, I did say that he could sit in this chair last time, or you got to use the red marker last time, so can you let him use it this time, and trying to do the bargaining, you're kind of getting off topic and you're missing the point a little bit yourself, because you're making the point about the thing and about fairness rather than about the value system of, hey, is this really worth speaking to somebody disrespectfully about? No, it's not. So this may be old-fashioned, but in our family, the way we tend to handle these type of situations is the minute you start fighting over who gets to sit next to mom, nobody sits next to mom. The minute you start fighting over who gets to wear that dress-up dress, there's no more dress-up dress. Because we really want to drive home the fact that no dress-up clothes, no marker, no nothing is more important than your relationship with your sibling. And if you can't have a peaceful, respectful relationship with your sibling, if that dress is in the way, I am happy to get rid of it. So that's an old-fashioned approach. You fight over it, you don't get it. It's part of classic mom lore, but it is effective. And that's something that I recommend. You only might have to do it a couple times to really drive the point across that you mean business and you're not going to get drawn into petty arguments over nothing. You're here to ensure that siblings are loving each other and respecting each other. How does your family respond to bickering? Has this ever been an issue for you? If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to our channel 7 in All for more creative and adventurous homeschooling. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any other ideas for this ongoing Homeschool for Real series, please leave them in the comments below. Bye!